Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Being Trans. My name is Amanda Bonanza. Next to me is Lilith. Elektra. Hello.
Man, how you doing? We're coming in hot
We're
today.
coming in
The
hot.
chat's
Yeah.
already going. If you weren't here 5 minutes ago, you missed it all, y'all.
Chat's popping up.
Chat's popping
There's
up.
lots of business talk in the chat, I've
Well, I
noticed.
mean, I think there's a thing like I'm trying to remove myself from a lot of the U.S. news, but apparently there's a push to to get Amazon to only carry U.S. goods, and this is another one of these things that someone says and they haven't thought through it at all. Like what goods, like Amazon would have like 20 products.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like I'm here still and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care what this country does. I don't care how stupid it gets. I'm just gonna all I care about is like getting a job and leaving. Like,
The
that's
only
it.
the only warning I have is to don't say this is the stupidest thing ever, or I couldn't be any stupider, because they will prove you wrong.
That is pretty true. Like they keep getting
It will
dumber
get
and dumber.
stupider. Yeah.
It will. It's gonna get dumber and dumber as it goes. Like by the day, by the hour. As like it's like, yeah. Like sands
Thanks
through
to
the hourglass, so go the dumb and dumbness and idiocy and just more and more stupid.
and thanks to Charlotte. Shout out for the, is that a super chat? Is that what it's
That is
called?
a super chat. That is a
I am
super
not
chat.
up on
Thank
all the
you.
lingo.
That's what that means. That's great news for us here at the Transverse. Remember, don't be ashamed. Don't be shy. Feel free to give a super chat. We will read it out loud on the air. That's what we'll do. We didn't really have a question for this week because no one ever answered
Can
our
I be
question.
honest? We never have a question any week. You just started doing it, and then the last 2 weeks you forgot to ask the question.
That's true. I didn't bother with anything. I did it that one time and then and then nothing happened. And then I got bored and I started doing something else. So I'll bite on that. I'm the one that dropped the ball. I didn't really follow through on that thing I said I was gonna do. But here we are. It's the end of March. We're coming towards the end of March. Is it March Madness? Does anyone know?
Yeah, we're coming up on the end of March Madness.
Yeah.
There's this weekend and next weekend.
Do you know what's happening in the March Madness, or is it crazy? Is it bananas?
It is actually just March sanity. There's
It's
no
just yeah,
madness
there's
this
nothing
time
really going
around.
on that crazy.
No,
It's just a
no.
bunch of dudes playing basketball.
It's just a bunch of guys playing basketball, and the people you expect to win are winning. It's the least mad March has ever been.
What about like the Ides of March? Does it have something to do with something? What's that?
Yeah, I don't think. I think that has something to do with Julius Shakespeare.
Julius
Uh,
Shakespeare. That classic dude.
a classic emperor and writer Julius Shakespeare.
That was popularized by William Shakespeare.
Julius Shakespeare.
Julius Shakespeare. I love it. I love it. And so the Ides of March, I like essentially like just I guess be careful. So everyone be careful out there. It's the Ides of March or something like that. We don't
No,
really know.
that was like weeks ago.
That was weeks
If you're
ago.
still with us, you survived the Ides of March.
When
You
are
were
the
supposed to
Ides of
beware it.
March? Is it before St. Patrick's Day?
I don't know what I look like, Julius Shakespeare. I don't
Well,
know.
you survived. You didn't get stabbed by a
I did
senator.
survive, and I know I'm on someone's list, but I'm not where they think I am. I'm in Argentina.
You're on my list of people I really like.
Well, then I wouldn't need to beware the Ides of March then.
No, because during the Ides of March, I'm like, maybe I don't like you slightly less. You have to be careful.
I'm just piecing together what you're saying. I feel like you have no idea what the Ides of March is in
I
reference to.
don't know what they are. I think I'm pretty sure I know what it's in reference to, and I think it has something to do with Julius Caesar getting stabbed by the Roman Senate. But I don't know if that's because it was in Shakespeare's play or if because that was the thing that Shakespeare wrote about because it happened. Because I know it was a real historical event that did occur.
I'm going to blow your mind right now and let you know that William Shakespeare and Julius Caesar never existed. They're both figments
Either
of, yeah,
they're
they're
both
both
fake.
fictional characters. Yeah.
They're both just,
They're just made
so
up.
you're a William Shakespeare Julius Caesar mythicist. That is like what you're saying.
Yeah. It's my new conspiracy theory.
Tell me
Like,
about this conspiracy theory. Like let's delve into this a little bit. Let's find
oh,
out about
oh, it's just everything that happened before I was born didn't happen. The world started when I was born and it'll end when I die, and no one can prove otherwise.
so that is a layer I wasn't exactly expecting. So like what
Yeah.
you're saying is it's like yes, Julius Caesar and William Shakespeare didn't exist. They weren't real, but not just because of there was some conspiracy there, just because nothing was real.
Nothing is real.
Because like Strawberry Hills, like nothing is real, and then you were like you listen to that song and they were like, yeah, that's how it is.
I'm sorry, that song was before my time. I don't know what you're
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Does not exist.
There was never the Beatles. They weren't a thing. Can you imagine? Who would name their band something so dumb? Bunch of bugs. Who cares? So
uh,
Shakespeare and
Charlotte
Caesar,
asks.
yeah.
Charlotte asks, Shakespeare and Caesars could be religions, and of course, I would say anything can be a religion if someone will give you money for it.
So according to Stony Man, it's an actual thing in the Roman calendar where it was March 15th and it's associated essentially with so the question I have for you, Stony Man, is it's associated with gloom and doom. Read the comments you're here. Um it's or the chats, I mean. And so the question I have for you is was it associated with gloom and doom before Caesar got stabbed or after Caesar? Was
Yeah,
the
it was
Caesar
always
getting
just
stabbed the reason it's associated with gloom
no.
and doom?
March 15th has always just been a shitty day.
Yeah, it just fucking sucks.
It's the day
God
before.
damn it, it's March fucking 15th. I
It's
fucking
the day
hate it.
before Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, so of course it's a shitty day.
I don't get to drink green beer for 2 fucking days. This fucking sucks
Yeah,
shit.
it's
I
316
hate it.
Steve Austin Day.
Isn't that like a Bible verse too?
Austin 316. Come
Oh,
on.
I don't know anything about that. What is that? What is
Oh
that?
my gosh. Let's not get into it. I don't want to explain wrestling to everyone.
No, you need to explain it to me because I don't know about no wrestling.
So it is a Bible verse. Like the guy used to be at the football games behind where they would kick the field goals, and he had a
Yeah,
sign
we'd
that
have
said
the
John
clown
316.
hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he had the
clown
clown
hair
hair, which
man.
is could be the most appropriate
Perfect.
hair for anyone.
Just
Yeah,
like it's the best fucking hair for that.
yeah, and so there was this one wrestler who had become a born again Christian, and after Austin beat him, he like made a joke about it and said, "Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass," and the crowd went nuts. And I'm just like, you know what? They should have gone nuts. That's a pretty dope line.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Is that the coolest thing a wrestler's ever done, or what do you think
It
is the
it
coolest thing a
it
wrestler's
might
ever
be.
done?
I don't know that whole Steve Austin has retired. He retired to his Texas ranch, and if you follow him on Instagram, he basically just posts about his cats Macho and Pancho and his farm, and these two cats just run around with him all day while he does work. They'll ride in the tractors with him. They'll hop around on the hay while he's working. It's great.
That is great. And I know he's a
Yeah,
huge proponent of like things that are righteous and good. And he speaks up against the Nazis and the fascists and all that stuff. He's
which is unusual for a
Steve Austin
professional
says
wrestler.
trans rights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve
those
Austin's a cool motherfucker. I know that about him. He's fucking rad dude. Like,
yeah.
yeah. I what's so would you say Stone Cold Steve Austin doing the 316 thing is that cooler than when Andre the Giant was in The Princess Bride?
Oh, I mean, Andre the Giant transcends wrestling.
So you're saying he's no longer counts because he was too cool to be even associated with wrestling?
Andre the Giant's just in his own. He's he'd have been a legend no matter what he did.
I
Uh
mean, yeah, that's pretty
but
true
yeah,
because
obviously, yes, obviously, just based on his career and everything, he's the coolest, the one of the coolest people of all time, right up there with
we
Duff
like drink
McKagan.
like
Those are my coolest.
75 beers on a regular thing. He was like every time he drank beer, he had to have like 75 of them.
Have you ever seen a picture of a beer in his hand?
It's like this big.
It his is smaller than his hand. He
It's
can hold a beer and you wouldn't know he's holding it.
yeah, it's incredible. So I've got some fun facts here. I have a fun fact. I was digging around. I was looking on the internet and I stumbled across this thing. And how do you? Let me ask you something, Lil. Let me ask you a question.
Me or
Do
the
you,
universe
Lilith?
at large.
You're my co-host. You're my friend, and you're here
Okay,
on the show with me. And I'm wondering
that's true.
if if you like if you like if you like McDonald's.
If you like pina colada, um, like
Do you like Are you familiar with? Have you heard of this
I'm.
restaurant called McDonald's?
Oh yeah,
Do you have that
I've
there
heard of it.
in Uruguay?
I will say this. I will say this. McDonald's is whatever. I will say it is my like. I am a big fan of going on long road trips. Um, I the one time I drove cross country, Richmond, Virginia to LA, LA to Portland, Portland to Miami, and every morning on the road I hit McDonald's for breakfast. That said, I probably haven't had McDonald's in 4, 5, 6 months. I don't know if I'll ever have it again.
So
Maybe like I'll get a hunger for it and I can get it delivered here if I ever really wanted
you can
4
get
chicken
McDonald's
McNuggets.
delivered in your mystery country, is what you're saying to me right now.
Yes, here in Cartagena, it's very easy to get McDonald's delivered. I live on the same island that Marlon Brando used to have, and the flight service that brought him McDonald's still makes runs regularly. So
That is pretty impressive. What would you say was like you think the weirdest thing you ever saw on a McDonald's menu was?
the weirdest thing I ever saw. You know what? I have to say, in the unnamed Central, South, or Caribbean, American or Caribbean country that I'm in, there's poster billboards around that they're just like dip it in cheese, and you basically just get your hamburger, and it comes with a cup of melted cheese, and it's just like go at it. It's
I
not.
mean,
I can't
that's
believe it's not in America. I can. That sounds like such an American thing. Just like people drinking melted cheese like it's an aged wine with their hamburger. It's weird that it's down here. Like there are things like you see in foreign countries. Like that is so American. I can't believe they don't have that there.
does it
It
say
would be
dip it
like
in cheese in English?
no, it does not. I had to
That's
look it up.
what I was saying. I was like, it's
I
got to
had
be
to
in
look it up.
Spanish, right?
Yeah, it was super liminal messaging. It was just for me. Like, hey, bitch, you like cheese? Why don't you dip your burger in
Like we're just
cheese?
like we know there's some expats here, and we're gonna fucking give them what they want. And they want to dip it
Also,
in
hold on.
cheese,
You just because you said this word, I am leading the charge against
not an expat.
using the word expat. I'm an immigrant in the country
Yeah,
that I'm in.
I like
Um,
that.
expat is such a such a stupid way. Like imagine just like all these expats just coming to America to work on our farms. It's
You
just like
are
we're
an
all just
immigrant, and I
immigrants.
like that.
We're all just
I
immigrants. We're all just
I
living
want
where
to
we
be an
live.
immigrant. I want to be an immigrant soon. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking very forward to the day when I'm an immigrant. That's what
Oh,
I can't wait.
yeah, Stony Man. It was like a fondue, except you just had a whole burger. You didn't put a stick through your burger and dip it. I've seen the fillet of prawn. That's pretty weird. Japan had the Halloween Black Burger King burger that turned people shit green, so they had to stop selling it.
They did like the Spider-Man burger, I think, which had like a black bun or like it was like, or maybe it was a red bun. I don't know. They did like a thing. where they like did it like, or it was a Halloween Spider-Man burger where it was like a black bun and it was really like terrible looking. It
Yeah,
just
that
looked.
was the Halloween. Yeah, that was the Halloween
That's
Whopper
the one
bun.
you're talking about. Yeah,
That's what
that's
I
the
just said.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I just found out that, and I think this is the weirdest thing they ever did. But for a
Yeah.
very brief moment in 2014, McDonald's made bubblegum flavored broccoli. They released it.
What?
It was for kids because they were trying to get
All right.
kids to eat it. Here, silly. I'm
Hold
gonna
on, hold
read
on.
you
So
the blurb.
this is. I just want to get the words right. This is a broccoli that tastes like bubble gum.
Yes, this is broccoli that tastes like bubblegum. I don't know if it was pink or not. I don't know what they
I
did.
already know. I already know this is garbage because anytime something is advertised, it's not bubble gum, but it's advertised as bubble gum flavor. That stuff tastes like ass.
Well, yeah. So here, I'm just going to read the press release here, or the story behind it. The article here says around 2014, McDonald's was under pressure, increasing pressure to offer healthier food options, especially for kids. Parents, advocacy groups, and even public health agencies
Even public health agents.
were criticizing fast food chains for contributing to childhood obesity and poor eating habits. And I think this is probably maybe in response to like Super Size Me, because that feels like
But
it came
also, I mean, you have to
around
understand,
that.
you can't control these kids.
You can't
Kid's like
control them.
4, 5 years old. He's got a
Can't do nothing.
paycheck. You can't tell him not to eat at McDonald's.
Now these days, they're definitely working.
Yeah, they definitely are working. They're probably working at McDonald's.
Exactly.
If Florida has its way,
Getting paid in bubblegum flavored broccoli.
it'd be like a 6-year-old in the drive-through window at 2 a.m.
So, in response to these charges, McDonald's began exploring
Charges.
ways
They're
to
not
make, or
char-
these allegations, McDonald's began exploring ways to make nutritious foods more appealing to children, especially vegetables. So so they came up with bubblegum flavored broccoli is what they did. They
Here's the thing.
put it up for a second.
Why take a food that kids don't like and then try to change the flavor when you already have food that kids like? Why don't
They're
you
trying
just
to be
work
more
on
healthy.
just make the food they already like more healthy? You can't look, McDonald's is garbage, but chicken nuggets, all right? You're never gonna be able to do anything to a broccoli to make me want to eat it more than a chicken nugget.
It's true. Like chicken nuggets are like amazing. Amazing. They're
Yeah.
terrible things and they're amazing. And who doesn't love a nugget? I love chicken nugget. Give me that hot chip, baby. I eat chicken nugget. Give me a chicken nugget. I want it. But it's true. So at the time, there was the CEO whose name was Dom Thompson had this to say about it. He said, "quote We're always looking at new food innovations and recipes that will appeal to our customers." And so, like that, what a good thing to say because who doesn't find bubblegum flavored broccoli appealing? That's what I want to know.
So what they do? Did they like have bubblegum fuck broccoli or what?
They
How do
did
you
it for
make
like
that?
a minute, and I don't think they actually put it out. It was unclear. Like I think they did it and they made it, and then they gave it to like a focus group,
And
and
then
then it was like,
all the
yeah,
people
we
who
can't
ate it,
release this.
all the people who ate it exploded 3 hours later.
Well, no, there were interviews about it because like it was on like CBS this morning and like Business Insider. And so like the CEO was like asked about it on Business Insider. And when he was asked and painted into a corner, he said, kids were confused by the taste. And then he said
Yeah.
no further comments.
Yeah, no shit.
So the question I had for you, Lilith Elektra, is which do you think would be worse? Bubblegum flavored broccoli or broccoli flavored bubblegum?
Broccoli flavored bubblegum a million times over. As ass as bubblegum taste is, just the repeated sclaunching of broccoli flavor in your mouth while you chew gum is so unappealing to me. Just
Okay,
every
so
time sclaunch, just like that bad broccoli foot smell that's so prevalent when you cook it. Ugh.
So the question, I mean, to elaborate on this, because I was thinking about this like in a more like kind of detailed fashion. So like, because like when you have something that's flavored a certain way, like so you have a bubble,
Mhm,
like if you had broccoli flavored bubble gum,
mhm.
like if you have like grape flavored bubble gum, it doesn't taste like grapes. It tastes like grape flavor, like and
Yeah.
which is its own thing. Like it's like like candy. There's cherry flavor and watermelon flavor, and those are candies, and that is a distinct flavor of candy.
Mhm.
But neither of those things taste anything like the actual fruit at all. And so the question I have is like, what do you think broccoli flavor bubblegum would taste like? So it wouldn't taste like broccoli.
No, it'd be like biting. Have you ever seen the Jelly Bellies mixed up flavors where they have the regular flavors and they have it taste like puke and stuff? That's what it'd be like. You'd be like, "Ooh, green apple," and then you bite into it and it'd be, you would just spit
Be
it out of your mouth
broccoli.
and be broccoli.
So
I still don't
now,
understand like how you can you're accused of selling food that isn't healthy, and instead of like you already have food that kids love and then making it healthy, you're just like, let's find something that kids don't love and then let's make it a flavor that isn't associated with our restaurant at all.
well, we're always looking for new food innovations.
I'm not a religious person, but I'll whether you believe in God or not,
Oh, there's no
the
God
earth
here.
the earth has given us a panoply of flavors to exist in. We don't have to make new flavors. We don't have to market new flavors. It's just pineapple. I love pineapple. Just
Pineapple flavored broccoli.
and pineapple's good for you. It's good for your digestion. It's good for its antioxidants. It tastes great. Uh, why not just eat pineapple?
What if you made like peas that tasted like pineapple? What do you gave them to kids at
Why
McDonald's?
would you need? Why? Uh, why I'm gone. This is why I'm gone. Because
So
you're not the first person. You're joking. That is not the first time that sentence has been said by an American. Why don't we just make peas taste like pineapple? It's like, okay, guy. Okay.
so I have to ask you like the reverse of this question. So for the
Yeah.
record, you said that broccoli flavored bubble gum would be worse than
Yeah.
bubblegum flavored broccoli, and you
Yeah.
stand by that, right? Okay.
I
So
mean, I don't stand by either, but if I had to make a choice,
well, let's getting into this next question that we're gonna ask you because I'm
hit
just
me.
gonna flip it. And it would seem that the answer would be obvious, but to me it's not. So which would be better? Bubblegum flavored broccoli or broccoli flavored bubblegum?
I gotta say, whatever is the bubblegum flavored, because the bubblegum flavor is gonna be better than broccoli flavored. Especially if you're talking about like, are you talking about like are they going all do you remember a few years ago like they had the late night taco Doritos that were just covered in different colors of dust, and some of the dust tasted like tomatoes and some of it tasted like lettuce, and it was weirdly felt like you were biting into a taco. Um, does this just taste like I'm eating raw broccoli, or does it taste like broccoli that you've salt and peppered and garlicked and roasted, and it's got all that flavor? It's got a little liquid smoke in there for that whatever flavor that is. Is it, or is it just like, here, this bubblegum tastes like raw broccoli? Um,
So you brought up you mentioned something that reminded me of something, and it
yeah,
was right around that same time, like right around 2014, and I remember this. And there was a corner store by the place where I used to live that had they all of a sudden they had these bags of Doritos, the big bags of Doritos,
yeah,
and the flavor was like a number. It was like XR-327, and it was just a black bag, and the
And you
XR was
bought
just
it. And you bought
well,
it.
I had to know. Like they didn't have any pictures of Doritos on it. It was the Doritos logo, the proper logo. And then it just said XR-327 or whatever it said. I don't even remember the sequence of
It was a
numbers.
robot. It tasted like a
And it was
robot.
like, yeah, and I got them and we ate them, and like it was a really not it was a not good flavor, but it was like a weird distinct flavor, and we were like, this is weirdly familiar. And someone figured out eventually what it was, and they had somehow made a Dorito that was tasted like the flavor was McDonald's cheeseburger. Like it tasted like a McDonald's cheeseburger while you're eating a Dorito. And someone pointed out, I was like, that's what this is. This is what that tastes like.
Like our bags of Doritos were getting up to like close to $8 back in the US when I left. Is that still the case?
Yeah, they're pretty spendy.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It's stupid. Yeah, I mean you can shop around and find them cheaper, like I do that, but like it's like, yeah, they're not cheap anymore. Like, yeah, no, everything's stupid here. Everything's just falling apart. It's just like it's over. It's done. Just like there's no point even like dealing with it anymore. It's just it's this place is cooked. It's finished. Just get the fuck out. All anyone should be doing is figuring out where they want to go. That's not here. That's all anyone should be doing at this point. That's pretty much what I'm doing. But speaking of that, speaking of getting out, let's go ahead. We got a culinary delights. You want to do a culinary delights with us?
I do want to do a culinary delights.
We do culinary delights. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Just a quick line. That's it. It is a beautiful thing.
Just shush me.
Look
Wow.
at that.
Hi, everybody. This is culinary delights. So during that theme, I was trying to get Lilith to like we were
Quit
trying to
talking.
get her to not talk over the theme because like you could still hear our microphones, but she didn't understand, and so she just started getting mad at me.
I get mad, but
She was furious. You should have seen the look on her face.
oh shoot. I just lost an earbud. You're have to go on continue for like 2 seconds while I go grab
But
it.
no. Well, we've got culinary delights today, and this recipe I found. I'm trying to remember the name of the site. It was something like it was a site that you sent me because you sent me a recipe that I looked into, and while the name was funny, the recipe was like it was like, oh, this is pretty uneventful, and I didn't really see.
Is that the milk toast?
No, because we did milk toast. Remember, we did
Okay.
that was the last episode we did.
Yeah.
But it was like John Wayne casserole or
Oh,
something.
that's the same. For some reason, I started getting emails from that place. I've never signed up for it.
It's like Fussy Kitchen, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
Fussy Kitchen or
The
something
Fussy
stupid.
Kitchen, yeah.
And then the John Wayne turkey bowl or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, it's like from some like grandmother in like rural Texas is running this site, I think.
Hey.
What? What?
They got rural grandmothers in rural Texas need to do something.
That's fine. I'm just saying, but like that's my guess. That's the flavor that's a vibe I'm getting from it. But like it's a very like, yeah, it's not these aren't I got this recipe from that website, and I overall like there were some recipes that were like, yeah, this could be fine. Like, and then there were a few where are just like, oh, I don't know about this. And this is one of them. You want to know what it is?
Of course I want to know what it is.
All right, we're doing nostalgia pizza casserole. Like, so all of those words are words. Like they all make sense individually. I don't feel like any single of any combination of two or three of those words go together in any way at all. Like, and so like I don't know, like the nostalgia of pizza.
How do you create a recipe that has nostalgia in the title? Either you're just using the old recipe, like when your grandma invented the recipe, she didn't call it nostalgia whatever. Like it's so basically we're talking about pizza casserole.
We're talking about pizza casserole,
It's
but
just
like
pizza
we're
casserole.
talking,
There's no
it's
nostalgia in
definitely
this shit.
pizza casserole, but like
I've
Nostalgia
never had
Pizzeria.
pizza casserole, so it's not nostalgic for me.
Yeah. You never, I guess. Well, I don't think it's because this is what I think they're going for like the pizzeria is nostalgic because you don't want the flavor of a pizzeria. Like you want the pizza that you get from the pizzeria, but like
I'm sorry,
you,
so it's like this is like the place you go in and get a slice,
yeah,
and
like
then,
this is the
and this is
place.
a
It's like, yeah,
casserole.
yeah. But it's capturing the flavor of the slice that you get in your old neighborhood pizzeria is what I think about. It's like if you're
You know
from
what I think I would
Brooklyn and
do?
you moved over to
Here's
like, yeah,
here's my recipe. Here's my
it's a
recipe for this.
recipe.
You
I
go to
hear
your
about it.
favorite thin crust Brooklyn style joint. You get 3 full pies. You stack them on each other, and now it's like a 3-layer pizza cake, and you cut them and you serve them like that. There you go. There's your pizzeria casserole. Yeah,
That's perfect, I
I
think.
had not. I had just mentally addicted pizza casserole, but now it's pizzeria casserole. So I wonder, what is coming from the pizzeria? A little of the, you get a soda that has all the sodas in the fountain machine mixed in it a bit.
Ah,
You know,
you're
little
talking about like you first put every flavor all together.
yeah, a little like
Like,
garbage
yeah.
that's swirling around on the floor of those places.
The leftover crumbs from the last person that didn't quite clean up their table and they never got around to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you gotta bust your own tables. Just bust your
Definitely,
own
yeah.
tables.
The soda mixture, a little napkin in there, a
Yeah,
little flavor going
the only
on.
person who cleans the tables is the owner's daughter, and she has the SAT today. So I got
Yeah.
no one to clean up the tables.
Oh, that was so good. That sounded like you were. Oh, are you in
Yeah.
Italy? Like that's what it sounded like to me. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look here. So this is from the Fussy Kitchen, and this is their title page, the Nostalgia Pizzeria Casserole. And as you can see, the categories are pork, casserole, and Italian.
Not pizza.
I think those are like hashtags. I think you can click those and it'll take you to like related to those things. Like they've organized their website like by category and like so you can go find all things pork, all things casserole, or all things Italian. And this is in the Italian section. This is in all three of those sections. This is like a
Here's the
Venn
thing. Here's the
diagram.
thing. Here's the thing. If I'm like, what do you want for dinner tonight? That's like, how about pork? And I'm looking for recipes. I don't think I want nostalgia pizzeria casserole. Like there might be pork in it. This is not a pork dish.
This is a pork dish. It's like
This
I
is
want
not a
some
pork
pork.
dish.
Well, then you're gonna. I feeling like pork tonight. Well, then you're gonna love Nostalgia Pizzeria Casserole.
Oh, you like pork chops? Well, wait till you see this.
Where do you get a load of this? Here's it. Here's this what it's about. It's about while we never managed to get back to that pizza joint just down the street from where we grew up.
Yeah,
We
never
can
made it back. It was 4 doors from our front door. Never made it back.
it back.
Never made it
You
back.
can't go back. You can't go back. It's over. Forget about it. Well, we never managed to get back to that pizza joint just down the street from where we grew up. We can capture how that place made us feel. So it's the feeling. It's the feeling that's nostalgia. This casserole serves up a nice hot plate of feelings.
Okay. Oof.
That's
It's hard to screw up pizza. It's hard to screw up the flavors of pizza, but this description is making me think they screwed this up. But wouldn't be surprised if there's some broccoli in here.
I've had broccoli on pizza. It's actually really good. Like a little broccoli, a little feta, some artichokes.
You live your life.
I lived in
No one's gonna stop
Olympia.
you.
I lived in Washington State. We had all sorts of hippie food up there. Nostalgia Pizzeria Casserole feels like an indulgence. Yeah, it sure sounds like it. But with the nourishment of a full meal.
Wait, indulgence. Anytime someone talks about indulgence with food, I'm always reminded. Do you remember these commercials from like the 70s and 80s for like the little Dove candies? They're like little chocolates, and the lady's like in the tub, and she's just like, and she's I just feel like that, like someone like a guy in the tub with like a whole 20-inch pizza, just like, oh, I'm indulging in my pizza.
Everything from the early 80s was in the bathtub. There was Calgon. You remember Calgon? Calgon, take me away. That was their tagline. I don't even know. It was like, was it soap? Was it a bubble bath? What was
Calgon's a bubble
Calgon?
bath. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
what it
don't
was.
no
It was
one
a bath.
no one could tell us. Anyone who used it got taken away.
God, they did. Got black by ice.
Yeah.
But I just want to just remind you here, like, because this takes 55 minutes. And since we're indulging, you could have the feeling of the pizzeria and the indulgence and nourishment of a full meal for after an hour. You know what else you could make in an hour?
You just call a pizza place and have them deliver
Pizza.
to you.
You could
Yeah,
make a
you
pizza.
just
You really
have
could. But this is different. So
boy, this person who wrote this really kind of went nuts with the adjectives. It's not just tomato sauce, peppers, and pepperoni. It's rich tomato sauce, bright peppers, and succulent, spicy. Wow, pepperoni got 2 adjectives.
well,
Tender macaroni.
Pepperoni.
Tender. Oh, so I should cook
Oh,
it.
you got that.
I should cook it. I should cook the macaroni. Is that what? Okay. I haven't been cooking my macaroni.
Because when you think of
it
pizza, the first thing you think of is macaroni, right? Am I right?
I mean, macaroni is a classic casserole base.
It's true.
Yeah.
So the big pizza flavors of rich tomato sauce, bright peppers, and succulent spicy pepperoni balance atop extra cheesy tender macaroni.
Wait, the
Oh,
macaroni's
wow.
cheesy?
Extra cheesy and tender macaroni is what this says. How did all our childhoods get packed into a casserole dish?
Well, that's presumptuous.
That's a good fucking question.
That's very presumptuous of her to say.
I don't know. Nostalgia Pizzeria Casserole is certainly doing some magic for dinner. So I'm excited. Let's take a look at those ingredients here. So we're gonna need 2 14-ounce packages of Kraft brand deluxe original cheddar mac and cheese dinner. So like out of the gates, we're fucking swinging for the goddamn rafters. We're going for that home run.
I'm not against that.
No?
So like my big thing is I make homemade chili and I serve it over mac and cheese. It's great.
Well,
I don't know how.
That's a
mac
classic.
And cheese
though.
is
it's like
mac and cheese isn't exactly the flavor profile I associate with pizza.
Pizza. That's what
but I love mac and cheese, so I'll allow it. What's really getting me
of the pizzeria.
What's really getting me is they've gone corporate with the Kraft mac and cheese dinner, no generics.
That's it.
But then they didn't tell you any of the other brands. Like you got to be capitalizing on this. Your can of diced tomatoes, what brand? Sour cream, what brand? Pizza sauce, what brand? You got to capitalize on this. This is 2025.
I know you hate this half-ass branding. I know you do. It's
Yeah.
like either get in or get out. Should have got off the pot, fussy kitchen. What the fuck? All right, but here's the thing: is so I remember distinctly because there's like Kraft macaroni and cheese, like in the blue box that we all know. But then there's this other alternate version of it, which I think that's what this is, which is like the deluxe. But then it's deluxe original, and I'm confused by that. So is there like a deluxe new and improved? Or
look,
I don't know what's going on there. I don't know which Kraft
this
macaroni and cheese to buy.
I'm gonna nip this in the bud here. In the pizza game, there's famous, there's original. That's all just interchangeable.
That's what it is.
Famous
it's
originals,
pizza.
Ray.
It's pizza
Original
adjectives.
famous is Ray. Yeah, this is just adjectives.
Okay, so we're gonna do that, but we're also gonna need a half a cup of sour cream, which is
Sure.
also a favorite amongst pizzerias, like a normal thing to get at a pizzeria. 1 14.5-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. Okay, drained. Yeah, got it. 1 15-ounce can of pizza sauce. So you're not even gonna make the pizza sauce. You're just gonna use that's fine. Sauce. Whatever. Just get a can of it. Whatever. 1 small green bell pepper chopped. One small red bell pepper. Yeah, chopped. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna chop up those peppers. That's good. 2 cups Italian cheese blend shredded. What do you think's in an
Wait,
Italian cheese blend?
wait. If it's a blend, it's already shredded. Like you can't go
It's
to
like a
the
marvel. It's a
you can't go to the store.
marvel cheese.
You can't go to the store and buy a block of cheese that's a blend and then
Give me the
shred it.
block of Italian blend. This is like it's just like
Oh,
it's like the
yeah.
Neapolitan ice cream where like one section's Parmesan, one section is mozzarella, and one section is Pecorino Romano.
Oh yeah, it's like a mix of hard and soft cheeses. It's a mess. But shred that stuff and put it in here.
It's just all blended together. It's like, yeah.
Which is also weird because 2 cups is exactly the size that a bag of shredded cheese comes in. So I'm going to
That's
assume
perfect. That's just perfect.
you're supposed to buy a 2-cup bag of Italian blend
Dump
cheese.
it right in there. Just dump it right in there. All right, here we go. 2 ounces of pepperoni sliced. That seems like not a lot.
First of all, there's never enough pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you're telling me that you're not going to buy the already sliced pepperoni, or you have to put sliced in there so someone didn't buy a 2-ounce chunk of pepperoni and then just plop it in. It's like the king cake. It's like finding the king cake, and you gotta whoever finds the 2-ounce chunk of pepperoni wins pizza casserole.
Pack of fucking Slim Jims and just toss them. Oh, or then there, because there's also a pepperoni. You can eat.
I mean, in a pinch, do what you have to do.
Yeah, gotta do it. And then it's optional, but if you want, you can use fresh basil leaves if you really want to. Now,
okay,
bell peppers are not fucking optional. You better fucking have those bell peppers. But basil leaves, you could get basil leaves. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you don't like.
I don't want bell peppers in my
maybe
pizza.
you don't like no fresh basil. Maybe you don't like that.
I don't like peppers on my pizza.
You know.
No.
Well, maybe this one's not for you. Let's see how to make it, shall we? So here's
also 2 kinds of peppers. Ugh.
I know.
All right, preheat the oven. I can do
Yeah,
that.
preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Your standard,
Sure.
your standard thing. Grease a 9 by 13-inch baking dish. Okay, so we're on the right path, and these are actually singular steps, so they're doing a pretty good job here.
Doing a great job.
Good job, Fussy Kitchen. Yeah, they were sick of the same things we were apparently. In a pot, step 3, in a pot of salted boiling water. Cook the macaroni to al dente.
This is just step 3 could just be make the mac and cheese according to the box.
No, because you
yeah,
that's
all. That's all. That's all.
This is the deluxe original. So on the box, you have the options. There's regular instructions, and then there's al dente instructions. Like if you want your mac and cheese al dente. Step 4, drain the macaroni and return it to the pot. Great, super. Step 5, add the cheese packets and the sour cream to the macaroni and stir until combined. So this is where it gets a little weird. Because have you ever made macaroni and cheese with sour cream instead of milk and butter?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
No, I've never made. Why would I use sour cream instead of milk and butter?
You snap answered yes. You're like, of course I have. Wait, no.
No, that's insane.
Even on the Ides of March.
Well, here's the thing. Is you've already made the package. Stir in the paste. Add the cheese.
No, this
packets
is the
and the
no.
sour
You
cream.
just cook the. You cook the
so
macaroni.
You don't put any milk
al dente.
in.
No,
so
it's just sour cream.
You know what? Milk. I might try this.
I kind of want to, yeah.
Because milk is where in my secret locale, milk is priced fine. Butter is like $10 for 4 sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So I could probably get some natilla, which is like a sour cream in this area thing that I use. So maybe I'll try to make the macaroni with this instead, and I will let you know. I'm
excited.
If my husband will let me, he'll probably be like, "What the fuck are you doing? I'm not."
He will let you. Jesus, did you move to the biblical? Did you move to biblical Saudi Arabia?
Maybe.
If you're allowed, if your husband will permit, should my husband permit, I will put sour cream in my macaroni, but only if he says so, because I don't want to get him upset.
I don't want to mess with I don't want to mess with the man's mac and cheese. Only because then if it's no good, then he doesn't have anything for dinner.
I mean, you don't have to do it. You could do it like aside, like, well, he's off at work, and you're by yourself, just watching your shows, watching your
Yeah, but then
soap operas, and not doing nothing.
when he comes home and goes through the garbage to see what I've been up to all day, and he finds a box of mac and cheese, he'd be like, "What's this?
What have you
What's
done?
going on here?
What have you done?
What's
You
go-
sinned against God in my house.
What's going on here, babe?" Couldn't help but notice. You're only supposed to eat salads when I'm not here, and there's this box of mac and cheese that's really been made.
You're allowed to eat salads and chocolate when you're in the bathtub.
Yeah, that's it. Bathroom chocolate indulgences and salad. That is what I'm allowed. All right, let's go.
Step
Let's
6.
go.
Step 6, transfer the macaroni and cheese to the prepared baking dish. Also, this tracking, and I like how they've got them in separate steps. In a small bowl, add the petite diced tomatoes and the pizza sauce. Stir to combine. So you're going to mix those petite tomatoes with the pizza sauce is what you're going to do. That's going to give it that nostalgia of the pizzeria. What I think. And then you're going to spoon that tomato sauce. Oh, go on.
If you say that's where the nostalgia comes from, I'll take
That's
your
the
word
nostalgia
for it.
right there. Is that one? It's definitely not the sour cream and cheese. Yes, I don't think that's the pizzeria nostalgia I've been looking for. Spoon the tomato sauce over the macaroni mixture. All right, we're there. Top the macaroni mixture and the pizza sauce, then tomato sauce, apparently, with the green bell peppers, the red bell peppers, the cheese, and the pepperoni. All right. So far, so good. Bake uncovered until bubbly, about 30 minutes. Excuse me. Serve hot, garnished with the basil leaves. That's it. That's it. So you got some macaroni and pepperoni. You got, which actually sounds pretty good, but
Wait,
I don't know about pizza.
I mean, if you want the basil leaves, wouldn't you chop the basil up and put it in there as opposed to just like putting it on the side?
No, it's hot garnish. It's garnish. It's like when they put parsley on the plate at like Ponderosa.
Okay.
You like parsley and an
Man,
orange slice for some reason.
You're going all in on nostalgia.
The Sizzler.
Ponderosa.
We're talking about Calgon and the classic
Ponderosa.
You remember. So the website did not have any reviews, sadly. So I didn't have anything to do. But I'm wondering, Lilith, if maybe you found a review for this find.
I did. Well, all this talk of nostalgia and, the local pizza place that you never got back to. I reached out to some friends of mine who maybe aren't. I'm going to tell you, this guy's not actually Italian, but he's from Brooklyn. And he's studied Italian history by watching The Sopranos and Goodfellas.
He's not an Italian. He's not like an Italian American.
No, he's just a dude who lives in Brooklyn, and he's seen all the
every episode of The Sopranos.
Yeah, every episode of Sopranos, all the movies. So yeah, this is Brooklyn Vinny. So let's the Brooklyn Vinny.
Let's see what he has to say about it. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, not an Italian guy at all. I don't know. All right, Brooklyn Vinny. Oh, listen, I ain't no paisan, but I know good Italian food when I taste it. And nostalgia pizza casserole, forget about it. This thing is a straight up masterpiece. First bite, forget about it. It's like I got whacked in the taste buds in the best possible way. Layers of cheesy, saucy, meaty perfection, stacked up like a mafia empire. The crusty edges, forget about it.
Forget about it.
The flavors, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Sit down with the whole familia, savory, rich, and full of character. Now, I may not have a nana in the kitchen, but if I did, I'd imagine this is what she'd be cooking up after Sunday Mass. You take a bite, forget about it.
Forget
you
about
close your
it.
eyes, and suddenly in the old country, minus the airfare and the risk of getting pinched at customs. Bottom line, forget about it. If you ain't tried nostalgia pizza casserole, you're missing out big time. This ain't just dinner. It's a way of life. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
No questions asked. Capiche?
Capiche. What do you think he meant by stacked up like a mafia empire?
Stacked up like a mafia empire. You
What
know,
does
you
that
got
even mean?
because the mafia is like from time immemorial is set up like an organization that's stacked, and you got your soldiers
Oh,
at the
okay.
bottom, you got your associates, your soldiers, your cap regime, and your boss, and money flows up and bullshit flows down. It's from
Oh,
time
that's the
immemorial.
fucking truth. Forget
Yeah,
about
ain't
it.
that, forget about it.
Motherfucker. All right,
Wait,
Vinny. Let's take a look at these beauties, huh? What do you want to see? You want to see what we got?
not really, but I don't
Here
think I have a
we
choice.
go. Take a look at that.
I
There
mean,
we are.
that's
There
not even
we
a
are. It's like
casserole.
casserole. It's a bag. It looks like.
So,
Look at that. You see that basil leaf over there? You like that? I like that basil leaf.
I mean, here's the thing: if you really want, just buy some pepperoni, chop it up into small chunks, and mix it in with your mac and cheese. Forget about it.
That's
Forget about
essentially
it.
what this is going. But then you ain't missing. You ain't got the tomato sauce, and you don't have the nostalgia of the pizzeria. Let's take another
None
look.
of this,
There's a.
none of this is
It's just
reminding
like
me of a
so
pizzeria.
this is what it looks like. This is what I
Oh,
remember. They're like every
oh,
time I went
just
to the
like when I was a
pizzeria, I
kid, a
got this
bowl full of pizza with
bowl full of
macaroni and
pizza.
cheese.
Give me a bowl full of pizza, Mac. Pizza Mac. Here's another angle to see if you like this better.
They had two angles, huh?
It's like, you know what? I like that shot. Let's try from over here. This one, no good. Let's try that. Which you like better? Which angle do you like better? This one?
Oh,
Or
it was
this
like
one?
going it was like going to the eye doctor. One or two.
Here B, A
One
or B?
or two.
A or
Um,
B?
I think two. Two.
Let's try three. Here, look at that. That's a close up of the pan. How do you like it? How do you like me
No.
now?
Here's the thing: is I hate like you go to the eye doctor. Is there just such an incredible amount of pressure on getting it right? Like they can't. Like I wish they could just couldn't they just measure the curvature of your lens or whatever in your eye and be like, oh, this is what the problem is. This is what you need. Instead, they're just asking you a million questions like, which one's better? They're like they all kind of look the same. So anyway, these are Lilith's fears. This is why I don't go to the eye doctor. That's why I don't go to the eye
anxiety
doctor.
at the eye doctor. It's like
Yeah,
I just
I'd rather just
shit.
not see well than
Yeah.
risk getting glasses that aren't right.
I got one final one here. Here's a close up of
Man,
the
how many
bowl. Look at
pictures
that.
did
Look
she
at that.
take of this shit?
That's how many we got. We got four. We got four beautiful
Also-
pictures of this beautiful classic nostalgic dish.
Did they use two different kinds of pepperoni, like the big slices and the little cup slices that curl when you cook them?
Yeah, I forgot what there's a different.
Do you
kind
not
of
cook
it's like
these
sopressata
pepperonis?
pepperoni.
Do you
What's
not
that?
cook these pepperonis?
Cook the meat. You can see it on the edge.
Did,
It's all
did the
it's all
recipe
brown.
did the recipe call for you to cook them?
So throw it in there and just put it in the oven.
All right.
That's
I
mean,
guess.
did you miss it? We can go back.
No, that's all right.
You throw it all in.
mean,
It was like 12 steps, and like all of it was just like throw it in a pan and throw it in the oven. Yeah.
But none of that stuff needs to be cooked, really.
Tomato sauce and cheese and pepperoni. I disagree with you. Do you eat your pizza uncooked? You just like.
Well, that's a frozen pizza. Like you don't tell me you don't have a bag of little.
Just like you make a pizza from scratch. You just roll it
you
up
don't
in
have
the
like a
dough
little-
and just eat it.
Oh, and you're telling me like you have those pepperonis. You don't eat a slice right out of the little Ziploc
Oh, no, of
bag.
course I eat a slice of
Yeah.
the pepperoni before it goes in. Of
And you
course
don't need
I
to
do.
cook peppers. You don't need to cook
What am
peppers
I, a
or
fucking
anything.
monster?
You have your moments.
It's true. And that, ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, that was Culinary Delights. Thanks for joining us today. And we will be back in a jiff, huh?
Or you could just let me read the outro like I do.
Well, that's what we're gonna do now. That's where we're at now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I understand. You were like, "That's it," and I was just like, "Well, I could just."
I didn't tell you because the theme's playing. You're supposed to be quiet. I have to communicate.
Wait, there's a theme at the end
End
now too.
theme. Yeah, there's always been an end theme to Culinary. That's right. You never watched anything we've ever done. Anything I've ever done, you've never watched.
I'm here doing it live. What do you mean I would watch it?
I've been making videos and compiling things that we've been doing for 3 years, and never once has Lilith ever watched anything I've ever put out. It's amazing, and I still love her.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Being Trans. This has been Culinary Delights. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update from us. If you want cool merch, like the Punish
Heck
She-Her
yeah.
shirt or
It's
the
the
Don't Talk
best.
to Me Till I've Had My Estrogen coffee mug, go to the Transverse store. It's the transverse.etsy.com. Also, later this week, don't miss Amanda on Truth Wanted, the live atheist and critical thinking call-in show, Friday, April 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be a great conversation. Truth Wanted. I think if you just go Truth Wanted on YouTube, you'll find them. If you want, you can follow my Substack, lilithelektra.substack.com. Lilith Elektra, the Elektra is spelled with a K there. And of course, if you're into great stories, be sure to check out our novels. I'm not gonna read the links, but the links are in the description of this episode. Feel free to check out what we've decided is the only positive media the Cybertruck has gotten, and that's my novel Susie and the Cybertruck. The sentient Cybertruck helps a trans girl defeat fascists. So pretty much the opposite of what's going on right now. But thank you for watching. We'll be back next Saturday. Also, no border trans this week. We're still short some of our players, but we will be back next week for this show at 3 Eastern, and then next Saturday we will pick up our border trans playthrough. So thank you for joining us. Thank you everyone for the super chats and everything, and we appreciate all that you do and for joining us, and have a great day.
That's all true. I do want to add one more last thing at the end. I know you like to wrap that up in a nice little bow. But starting next week, there will be a new show after Border Trans, and it will be me doing a live read of my romance novels, and it's going to be called Romance After Dark with Amanda Bonanza. And so tune that'll be at about I think like 8 p.m. Pacific time. So it's going to be a late one. So go ahead and get ready for that. We'll have that going on, and it should be a delightful time. And that's about that. I do want to read a super chat because we got one from Charlotte here, and Charlotte says, "I vote Amanda has to try to cook up the dishes through the week and make the pictures just look as great as the recipe." And
hey, last summer we made Sloppy Joe meatballs, and they were amazing.
Lilith made them. I didn't make them. Lilith made them, and they were so good. They were so good. It was unbelievable. It was so wonderful. And that's the thing is we joke about these things. I would eat the shit out of that casserole, the pizza mac and cheese pizza casserole. I'm sure it's awesome. I kind of want to make it. Yeah, forget about it. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
With pepperoni.
It's mac and cheese with pepperoni in it. Of course, it's gonna be amazing.
It's
be
honestly the ridiculous part is that there's a recipe for it.
Yeah.
You don't need a recipe. Can you make mac and cheese? Yeah. Do you know what goes on pizza? Yeah. Well, throw the pizza shit in your mac and cheese. Done.
That's what it's all about. All right, we'll see you. Mediocre Poker's coming up at the top of the hour, and we'll see you then. Au revoir.